My personal vision is I actually see this area be completely revolutionized. Because you drive down 3rd Street now, you see so many young men and young women have no hope at all. But with this project, with all the various amenities that go with this project, I can see that people have hope and have something to look forward to it for his housing, for his job, for their family. That is my vision.
Hunters Point Shipyard was a major employment sector for the city of San Francisco, and particularly for the Bayview Hunters Point community.
People out in Bayview were mostly immigrants. It was a League of Nations.
My grandfather came out here during the World War II to work in the shipyard.
The shipyard employed a lot of people in this community. A lot of the residents in Bayview Hunters Point worked in the shipyard. Also, my grandmother was the first person of color who bought a home in Bayview Hunters Point in the 30s. She also worked in the shipyard as a cook. My father worked in the shipyard as a rigger. I had 3 aunts worked in the shipyard as welders.
The shipyard used to be the economic engine of the southeast part of San Francisco. The shipyard was closed in 1974. There has not been any economic activity. We are begging to have economic vitality.
The development of Hunters Point Shipyard is the most important development project in the city's modern history, because southeastern San Francisco has for so long suffered from a lack of many of the basic amenities that the rest of San Francisco take for granted.
There are people who do remember when the shipyard was a vital entity, providing jobs, providing opportunities for individuals. But for many years, nothing has happened out here.
Thanks to Speaker Nancy Pelosi, who's been a champion of this project, we have been able to secure more than $500 million in federal funding for cleanup of the shipyard.
But we are fortunate that we have a mayor who has worked very hard to bring resources from Washington so that we could clean up this land.
I must say that it is indeed quite challenging attempting to redevelop old contaminated properties, especially contaminated properties that are like the shipyard, because there's so much that was done there that probably wouldn't have been allowed today.
Like many brownfields projects, environmental cleanup issues are a major factor in the development of Hunters Point Shipyard.
This development is going to create housing, recreation, employment. It will bring businesses that we have never envisioned before.
It's because we're looking at 700 acres of land which have been abandoned for so long. We can deliver new jobs, we can deliver new affordable housing, we can deliver new parks without displacing anyone.
Most people can look at the shipyard and see an abandoned place. But when I look at the shipyard, I can see an opportunity for my community to change for the better.
And the city is very interested in creating a nucleus for green and clean technologies right there on the shipyard. Those green and clean technologies could represent to the shipyard what the biosciences have done for Mission Bay. That is, create a whole nucleus, an important job generator, and a whole new R&D center for the city.
So right behind me on what is known as Parcel D is one of the alternative plans that we have for the shipyard to be a potential new stadium site for the San Francisco 49ers. The shipyard also has been for many years the home to the largest artist collaborative on the western seaboard of the United States.
Well, we're going to retain all the artists that wish to remain on the shipyard.
So not only will they be allowed to continue to stay, the rates for the artists will be subsidized, and the artist community really becomes one of the thematic centers of some of the retail areas that we have. As we develop the shipyard anew, that we need to respect the past, which played such an important role in this community.
For many, many years, residents in this community have been working to make this area productive. Much rejoicing will take place at the end of this year or the beginning of next year when the first pieces of housing, and I mean that, go up in this neighborhood.
I think the prospects of the shipyard ultimately coming alive again with new homes and ultimately with new jobs and parks and other amenities creates a really exciting, almost back to the future opportunity for the Bayview.